Do I need to do something to tell YouTube to go live? I don't think I do. Looks like I'm live. Not 100% sure, but I think I am. Oh, and I can hear myself. That's weird. Why can I hear myself? Okay. Do I have my channel open somewhere? Ah, I do. There we go. There we go. Now I should not be able to hear myself anymore, but I should be able to hear the game. However, this game is really loud. Audio. Let's just turn the main audio down. There we go. Okay. Let's see if this works nicely. Hey, Royal! Welcome. You got here quick. Let's see here. I've just started playing this game. I went through all the tutorials, and then now I'm going to try to not fail. I'm only going to be streaming for about 30 minutes right now, so you're not going to miss too much. But yeah, I'm going to hopefully get back to streaming again. We'll see how it goes, but I'm going to try. Let's see. World Seed. Stream. Is that a valid world stream? Or world seed, I should say. Seems so. Oh, also, I have the stream all messed up. Hold on, let me pull this window over here, pull that window over there, put that window over there, make this smaller again, and then resize this. There we go. Okay. I think that should work right. And then we're going to put chat up in the corner, and then in game should be able to dismiss this. There we go. Now, I bet that looks okay. Maybe it should be a little bit less transparent, but oh well. Though my phone doesn't like higher quality streams, it buffers. Oh no. Oops, I just adjusted the size of my window. That is not good. I have a script that should fix that. If I'm not mistaken. Okay. There we go. Okay. This is a little bit of a kludgy intro back into streaming. Sorry about that, but yeah, you know how it goes. Okay, let's get to networking. What do our floors look like? Okay, so got some plain clients there. Oh wow, those are weird hours. Are you looking to get out of that position into another one, or are you just kind of dealing with it? So I've got a phone here, and then I've got a utility there, and then another regular client here. Do I only have 5? Oh yeah, I do only have 5. Okay, what are they serving? They are serving authentication transactions. Okay. What is this game? This game is basically you're a network engineer in a tower. And so you have to provide various services and networking and things. So, for example, let me see here. I need to grab some stuff. I need this. I need that. I need that. I need that. That might be good too. That. I need all the things. Okay. Here I need to like buy the right cables. So I need to get some power cables to plug this sucker in. I need one of those. And then I need these UKB. That's the 3-prong ones. It is a little bit like a job, yeah. In fact, it's what I used to do for work. Not what I do right now, but I used to do this, kind of. Not exactly this. I did it on a more spread out scale. So I had various different clients that were around. It's called MSP, Managed Service Provider. But yeah, it's basically the same thing. Let's get us a purple cable for the debugger, and then we're going to get some shorter ones. Let's get a couple of these for now, and then we're going to want to get some other stuff and also slow down time by drinking coffee, which I actually really like, that the way that they have time progression in here, slowed down and speeded up, is coffee. So if you drink coffee, you'll see you get a half time there, and then it halves the time again. You can do it 3 times, so it halves the time one more time. And then you can speed it up by drinking tea, and then you can reset it to normal by drinking water. Oh, is it? It looks not frozen on my end. Can you see your text? Let me see if we're dropping packets. No, we haven't dropped any frames. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I don't think so. It seems like we're running fine, but let's see. And then we got a bunch of our stuff here. Let's go and get this plugged into there. And right now we're just gonna kind of kludge it together and get it running, and then later we're gonna make a better system. But for now, this will work fine. And then we're gonna plug this sucker in here, and then plug that sucker in there, plug that one in there, and then, oh, oops, no, I want that in there. That cable goes to there. We turn on that switch. Which one is this? Oh, these things are too long. Okay. There we go. And that one. We'll just throw this over here. Okay, so now we should be able to ping this. What? Oh, right. Using this debugger. Always using this one. Okay, now I should be able to ping the other one. Yay, there we go. We've got network connectivity from this debugger to this server. And then now we need to get some clients online. So, let's see what... I always forget that escape does not get me back to here. Let's go and tower link. This is how I connect these sockets on the wall between the different floors. So I'm on floor 0 and I want to have this, what is this? FGNR go up to the 2nd floor, and then I don't know which one of these outlets I want. I got to go up there. And of course we slowed down time, so the 1 second is a lot longer. Okay, so what I'm thinking I'll do is I'm probably going to use this socket here and put like a switch or something right up there. And then I can cascade out to these. And I'll just hang cables in front of their doors. They won't mind, right? What is this one? This is CLH. There we go. Okay, and I'm just going to use a copper link for now. And then what do I need on this floor? I need to buy a switch. Just a 3 for is fine. 4 for, I guess I should say. And then networking cables, I'm going to need... How long is this? That's like a 50. I have it right on the edge there. Yeah, that'll be fine. Let's do... Should I just go ahead and do the longer? I'm going to do one of the shorter ones. And these are my customer lines, so I want them to be green. Green. Will that work? That's going to be... Ooh, that's going to be a stretch. I need a 2K. I'd probably need 2 of those. Oh, that's a lot closer than I thought it was. Never mind. Let's just do one of those. And then we'll do another one of these. Green. And then we'll also need a power cable. So, yeah, the elevator effect is cool. It's also how you transport things up and down. But you can send things without having to go if you want. I don't know why you would. I think, oh, multiplayer. There's a multiplayer feature on here. So like if you had someone in the basement and you had someone who's up on a floor cabling things, then you could put the stuff, pile it up in front of the elevator and then hit the button and it would send the stuff up to the correct floor. Or if you were trying to organize, you might do that. But I don't know if that makes any sense to do in general, unless you're doing multiplayer. I think my only option is the one. And send that to this floor. And then let's go up to the floor above. And then up here, I have that connection there. This guy I need to connect, and this guy, and is it just those two? Yeah, I think it's just those two. This one, can I move that? That would probably be way too expensive to move that right now. Yeah, multiplayer would be cool. You have someone who's like the server network engineer in the basement, you know, drawing out the network and like doing it live. You know, what I would, if I was going to do it, right? What I would do is I would have like a shared not Visio document, but I'm blanking on the name. It's the software that we use all the time. Like an Excel draw, you know, something like that. Document where you... Oh, it's bugging me. What is the name of that software? It's like a design software that we use in like program development regularly, and like all the designers really like it, and it's called something. Yeah, oh well. You should get random emails asking you for them to reset the passwords. Yeah, at some point that would be very amusing for it to have. I don't think that this one has that yet. They may have some more hostile simulations later. Right now it's more focused on like how you're networking it. You can have malicious traffic that you need to block, but you can also just sort of make a firewall rule that really blocks most of that and then just install it on almost any firewall. But it is something that you have to deal with in the game later. So this is my guy here that I need to connect. I could possibly, do I have a switch that has both? I could use that switch. What does my money look like? Okay. I could use the hybrid switch. Because what I'm thinking is I could use the hybrid switch and fiber optic down and just install a fiber optic port here. But for now, I'm just going to do regular networking. Let's do one of these. I think this can reach to, oh yeah, that's like 200. It's only 200 to there. Okay. So I can put that switch here, and I'll put like a rack or something on the wall so that we can be a little bit more professional. So that'll be like 1,000-ish. Another 1,000-ish. Another 1,000-ish. So let's do 2 1,000s and oh no, we'll do 3 1,000s. So I want green cables 1, 2, 3, and then did I put a power cable already? I did not. Gonna need one of those, but I did get the switch, right? Yeah, okay. So have that delivered to this floor. And then we're going to come in here and we should be able to say, hey, I want like a shelf thing. I could go for like an actual proper box, and maybe I will. Do I want to do that? I don't think that switch I have is rack mountable, officially speaking. I could just throw it in the box though. Let's see. Switches. Can it be rack mounted? No. Don't do. I mean, it's still a shelf, kind of. How many U is that? Let's try it for now. Let's try to go with it. Yeah. Confirm placement, and then there's an app here that will allow me to make new sockets on the wall. Socketeer, I think. Yeah, there we go. Power socket. Sweet. So place power socket. And then I should be able to say, hey, I want to have the power socket be like right here, right below it. Confirm. Okay. And then now, have we gotten this stuff yet? Yes, we have. It's just piled up over there. Oh. No, we're going to need a shelf. Can I put it on top? Oh, I can. Okay. That might work. That might work for now. We'll do it jank style. 1,000 over to here. 1,000 over to there. And then 1,000 over to there. It's a little jank, but it'll work for now. There we go. We are live on those cables. Okay, now we just need to connect this, which is EB. Don't do it. Don't do what? I was not paying enough attention. Which bad decision that I made are you talking about? Because I'm gonna make quite a few more probably right now. EBQJ. EBQJ to EBQJ. And then what do we want to link that to downstairs? Oh, so it's 1 second per floor is how long you have to wait. And as you play the game, you'll get more and more floors added to the tower. Oh, the rack mount. I mean, what's the difference between a shelf and a rack mount? Right now, the rack mount is just a shelf. And I could get a shelf for the rack mount. Let's see. What do I want to connect it to? Let's say YMRH. YMRH. Okay. Uplink created. Now, do we have any more cables? We do not. I did not order enough cables. Ultimately, I want to switch over to routers so that, well, one, we can have fiber and normal networking, copper networking at the same time. But more importantly, when we have the switches, you'll see when a packet goes in to the switch, it'll then come out every port on the switch. And so that will have an effect on our bandwidth capabilities, because we'll saturate the bandwidth a lot quicker that way than we would otherwise. Let's get DNS running. We're going to do a light DNS, and then I'm going to convert up to a more modern DNS, I think. But for now, we'll just get a little bit of light DNS running on this. And let's see, how much do I need for that? Oh, I only need a 500. So let's get orange, because that's trunk line. Well, I mean, the coloring is weird. I'm not going to use like EEE coloring correctly here, because it's a weird in-between space, but we're going to kind of get close-ish. So you sound so pro. Thanks. Do you need to know what you're doing to play the game? No, it has a complete tutorial thing here about all of it. So it's the funny thing is, I know what I'm doing with the real stuff, but there are some small little bits that are different here than there. But like, for example, here, I can go and look at this, and I can read through this and say, oh, you know, here's all this stuff, and it'll talk about those principles, or VLANing, right? It'll talk about how VLANs work, which I believe they work the same way as they do in real life. I haven't messed around with VLANs yet, but they should have a whole routing section here. Routing. So they have this whole section on how routing works, and how to set up routing. But they also go over in switches some of the important details. So notice here, they've got this animation saying, hey, if you send if Alice sends a message to the switch, it's going to send the message to Bob and Charlie, even though only Bob needs to receive the message, right? And then same thing here. Oh, you can daisy chain them together. So if Alice sends a message to Bob, it goes boop, 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 boop. And then similarly here, you can see a bad situation. So if you have this, you can have what in the real world we call a packet storm, which is where Alice sends a message out to the switch. The switch then sends a message to switch 3 and 2. When the messages get to 3 and 2, what 3 will do is 3 says, oh, I got a message, so I'm going to send it to 2. And 2 says, I got a message, so I'm going to send it to switch 3 and Bob. And so it sends it out. Now that's fine, but then the problem is that now switch 3 gets a message from switch 2, and it sends it out to 1. and switch 2 gets a message from switch 3, and it sends it out to switch 1 and to Bob. Now switch 1 goes, oh, I got 2 more messages. I'm going to send them to Alice and switch 3 and switch 3 and switch 2 and Alice. You can see how that just implodes. It's a little bit like Keep Talking, Nobody Explodes, except by yourself. And there's no exploding, sort of, unless there's a power surge, then there is exploding. But anyways, and then they've got like these different things that talk about different parts of it, and then they've got tutorials that sort of show how the stuff works. So it's very approachable for someone who doesn't know what they're doing. Thank you. I've always been told that I should do teaching. That's part of why I have another channel of Foreign Creates on YouTube that I'm trying to do like a series on digital stuff. So like computing from the low level up. Let's see here. Did I order? I totally should have hit checkout. I never ordered that cable we were talking about. One thing that I hope that the developers do is right now, if you come in here and you select a yellow cable, you add one to your cart, and then you come in and you say, oh, I also want a purple cable. You'll get 2 purples instead of a yellow and a purple, which is, oh well. Now we just have to wait for the cable to show up. But in the meantime, we can go ahead and start doing some of our network setup. So program list. I want to, ooh, there's our cable. Okay, so we want a DNS Lite, I think. Forget how to look up the specs on that. I know I can do a watch on it, so let's do that. It's going to be running nothing, but it should tell us the specs. Yeah, okay. So it looks like we have memory 4, storage 2, CPU 4. Okay, so 464. And then here, oh, I thought I killed that program. Okay. 464. We could run the regular DNS server, but I think it needs another one. DNS server. Yeah, it needs store text, so we'd have to run Padu or 1 or 2, which we don't have enough space for right now. We could run that on another server. I do kind of like the idea of that, but that's expensive. What should I do? For now, just a DNS server is probably going to be fine. Let's do that. Install program, install DNS Lite on the on this one. Thank you on the that I explained it so clearly. Let's see. Wait, you already said, I already read that. Whoops. Let's see here. Okay, so that should be good. Now I need to know what do I have in my clipboard that client? Yeah, I do. Okay, DNS that as that, I think. right. Exit's not a command. Alias. Exit is quit. Exit. Yay. Okay, so surveyor. And nobody's happy yet. Why are they not happy? No DHCP servers. Why do you need DHCP servers? You don't. You are wrong. So let's see here. Let's just go up to those floors. We're going to go up and we're going to set them up first because we have a client on the same floor as the producer. So we should be able to just go up there and see if we can connect them up together. Why are they not having my life story? Yeah, that's basically, if you're ever in an IT job, that's pretty much the whole job. Why are they not happy today? They're always not happy. Okay, so this guy, we're going to go and say net address, set that on, I want to set F2. By the way, this net address thing has almost no bearing on real stuff. So if you're trying to learn, ignore this. But it's useful here. It's kind of like local DNS is in reality, but it's also not. It's weird, and slashes are the best way to do it, and you can't use dots. It would be fine if you could use dots, but you can't use dots, so whatever. So it's floor 2. It's a producer, and it's the first one. Set on this. I think that should set this one's hardware address. Or was that this guy? Yeah, there we go. So now we should be able to ping that. And so see how it's saying here, ICMP. That's the actual name of the protocol that we use in real life to do a ping. So if you've ever typed the word ping and then like an IP address, like, or ping google.com or something like that to see if your internet's working, what it's actually doing is it's sending a type of packet called an ICMP packet, which I cannot remember off the top of my head what it stands for, but it's something like something communication management protocol. I think it might be like internet communication management protocol. But the point is, they send a packet that's an ICMP packet to the destination server. And so if that server is not accepting that type of packet, you're not going to get a response from the server. At any rate, we have a connection there, so we need to get this guy set up. So we want to do the same thing again, but now it's a client, and it's this address. If you ever get into real stuff, these numbers that are like, 54584, think of that similar to like your real IP addresses. So like 192.16, if I can type 168.0.1 is, .0.1. That's usually your router, or like, .56 might be your computer or something like that. If you've ever seen these numbers, that's what these numbers you're seeing here are. These short just numbers. They're basically one and the same. Kinda. There's technically, these numbers are being treated similar to a MAC address and an IP address. Whereas this name I gave it is being treated similar to an actual IP address. It's kind of weird. Don't worry about it too much. But yeah, that's what's going on. The point is we have names for them now. So, yay. Now we should have this guy able to talk to this guy in theory. DNS entries for that. No, we have one. I set that up, didn't I? Hold on. I have a DNS app here. Memento entries, I think. Yes. Units. Net addresses. Okay, yeah, that's great and all. This server. What? Weird. I could have sworn we did set the DNS. Yeah, we did. Whatever. We don't want to do that anyways, though. We want to do that. DNS. What? Oh, I did it wrong. That's why. Okay, good having you. Thanks for coming by. I'm probably going to be ending this stream soonish as well anyways. But I'm going to try to stream again maybe later tonight or tomorrow or something like that. Probably not only this game. I don't know what other games I want to play, but there's probably other games that I'll want to stream. But yeah, so what are we doing wrong here? We are mapping as that. Oh, using. Wait, no. The using is already set. Oh, DNS map. I didn't type map. There we go. Because we're mapping that to that address. There we go. Exit. If I could type. Now, are they happy? Is it working? I can't tell if it's working or not. It says it consumed a use, so it should be satisfied. Yeah, this should be fine. Yeah, okay. Okay. They're both happy now. Cool. So now I can get these ones online, and then they should be happy as well. So I just need to go downstairs and wire it all up. And this time I will not use the rack. I'll use the shelf. Probably. Oh, actually, there's already shelves. Yes, I'm definitely going to use the shelf then. Get this. I dropped it. No, come here. Okay. And then we're going to get this here. That is way longer than I need. Why did I get that long? Well, that was a choice I made. Oh, it's because I have the wrong one. This is the one for... Wait, no. Oh, yes. Yeah, this is the one for this one here. Right? And then this one is the one for that one, I think. And is this one supposed to be that one? Oh, and then I don't have one for that. Okay. Oops. Let me get another one of those cables. Can we go from here? Yeah, we'll do a 500. So let's see. This should be, technically speaking, it's kind of from a server room to another server room. So it should be gray. Even though we don't really have comm closets, I'll do gray for now. There we go. Okay. Now, are we live? Are they happy? Well, I need to set their addresses. Net address, floor 1, consumer 1. Consumer 2. And then this last one is going to be consumer 3. Oops, took a screenshot. Okay. Oh, that one might be offline right now. I don't know. Okay, what's going on? Is it not set up correctly? Autograph, configure debugger, map network. Okay, now we just need to scan it and see how it works. But I think we are coming up on when I'm planning on ending. Okay. Let's see what we have. Okay. That looks right. Oh, it would help if it's turned on. Yep. It works a lot better when it's turned on, doesn't it? Whoopsies. Okay, that's one of them. It's that one. What about that one? both of those not online right now? Yeah, they're both offline. That explains it. Okay, well, we'll need to wait for these to come back online, and then we'll get them hooked up to the network properly. And yeah, that's all for now. I'll be back later.